Hello, YouTube. My name is Devin. Haven't really used this platform at all for something like this, but hey, it's the first time for everything. So I'm going to do a little bit of a story time. This may end up being a long video, I think it is, but I just feel the need to get something off my chest. Just to give you guys a little bit of background, um, I am an English teacher currently living in China. I've been living here for, oh gosh, almost 5 years. Good experience. By the way, I'm from the States. I'm from Florida. Good experience to live here, work, experience a new culture, experience a new life, all that stuff. But that's not what I'm talking about, or what this story time is going to be about. Just want to give you some background about me. So I'm at a job, my current job, which is in Zhejiang, China, big province. So my current job, I'm not going to say the name. Uh, I am having a little bit of I want to say, not really a quarrel or something, more of an issue. Um, just don't know where to begin. There was an incident at my job involving one of my coworkers, where some news got back to him that my boss, which her name is, let's say her name is Sally, just for the sake of this video, my boss, Sally, said that he was going to be replaced by another teacher. So just take that in. Let me go back and say how all of this happened. So, at my current job, we have foreign teachers, we have Chinese teachers. My boss was in need of a foreign teacher, so I recommended my friend. Let's just say, for the sake of this video, his name is Ken. So I recommend my friend Ken. My boss said, sure, that's fine. He has all of his credentials, all of his paperwork. Okay, sure, fine, no problem. Let me get you guys connected. So I ended up connecting them. They ended up talking, speaking, whatever. And at the end of the negotiations, my friend decided to turn it down because the salary and wasn't what he was expecting. He will keep his eyes and ears open for other opportunities. If those opportunities don't fall through, he will consider coming to work at my place of employment. Okay, no problem. We heard nothing from him. In China, we have Chinese New Year holiday, like around like the end of January to the beginning of February. For you ones that don't know that, so we get like a long vacation, about 2 weeks for us, but for other Chinese people at other places of employment, they get like a month, but we got like 2 weeks. 2 weeks. So we went on holiday. Nothing else was said about my friend coming. Nothing. It was just silent from my boss. So then, as we came back to work, I went upstairs, sat in the office, and my boss was there. A little bit strange. So my boss came to me and she said to me, hey, Devin, have you spoke to your friend? I said, no, I haven't spoke to him. Why? Because he's not coming anymore. I said, yeah, that part I knew. He's not coming anymore. He wants a lot of money. Okay, fine. Then my boss said to me in a very joking, casual way, if you will, she said to me, well, Devin, maybe if your friend Ken can come, maybe we can replace this teacher. And I looked at her like dumbfounded. I was like, huh? What? Like, it took me a while to grasp what she was saying. I said, what? And she was like, ha 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 ha. But she said, oh, but he's not coming. You haven't spoken to him. I haven't spoken to him. He's not coming. So, long story short, we found another teacher. This is her video. Tell me what you think about her. Okay, whatever. She'll be here Saturday. Okay, fine, no problem. Okay, my friend's not coming. No issue there. But when she told me that maybe this teacher can replace, this teacher that she wants to get rid of, I said to myself, why is she telling me this for? Like, I don't really care. So, a long story short, I know I keep saying that this new teacher came to work at the center for like 2 weeks. Things didn't work out. She was angry because she was caught off guard, which is understandable. But in China, we're usually given like a 1 month grace period or a probation period if either parties, the employer or the employee, doesn't want to continue within that month time period, or 2 months. I've seen it be 2 months. They can terminate, and it's fine. Nothing lost. So this new teacher that my boss hired, she was venting to me, oh, I'm angry, I'm blindsided, what have you. And I told her that, don't feel bad, because my boss, she does things like this. She even said to me in a joking way that she wants to replace this teacher. Oh, this teacher I haven't given a name yet. Let's just call him Sam. She said she wanted to replace Sam. And she said, really? Yeah. I said, yeah. She just told me that in a joking way. And I said, another thing too is she just told me that that my friend that initially told her, no, he's not coming. She told me today he's coming, and my friend never told me. I said, what? So I'm just finding out that my friend is coming. We all found out my friend is coming. So some way, somehow, this information got back to Sam, the teacher that my boss jokingly said she was going to replace. And the next day at work, Sam just started ranting and raving about a lot of falsehoods, a lot of things that didn't make sense, a lot of things that were like embellished and made up. Like he was saying, oh, I heard that you and the boss and the manager were having a meeting about replacing me. And I said, who told you that? I said, no one never said this. This never happened. Like, where are you getting your information from? Oh, the teacher that got terminated, that told that she can't come back. She said to me that the boss said that you guys had a meeting. I said, whoa. I said, no one ever had a meeting. No one never spoke in like, in a extensive fashion about replacing you. It's just, so I told him the truth while I was in the office. I said, it's something the boss just said to me out of the blue. I was speaking to her about my friend coming. She said he's not coming. And then she said in a casual, joking way, if your friend maybe comes, we can replace Sam. Ha 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 ha. And I was looking at her like, whoa, where is this coming from? But I still had that information. And he was like, yeah, I heard that you were trying to conspire against me. I said, no one is trying to conspire against you. It's just information that I was told. And because she said it in a very casual, not in a serious way, like, like, Devin, we're going to replace him, and here's how we're going to do it. Here's the plan. Here's the layout. It never was like that. She just blurted it out to me. And I was just like, why are you saying this to me? But he wasn't hearing it. He was like, oh, it's cool. It's chilled. Just keep up with the plan you were doing. And I was like, there never was a plan. It's just something that the boss just said to me, like diarrhea of the mouth, just blurted it out, and he didn't want to accept that the information that he was given, or from what he heard from whoever, was not true. And then when I went back and tried to see who told him this, I found out that the teacher that got let go, she told him, but she said to me, I never said that to him. I don't know where he's getting this from. I never said you guys had a meeting. I just told her that that the boss was thinking about replacing him with your friend Devin, my friend. And I said, then why is he saying like, oh, we had a meeting to replace her? She said, I don't know. So he ended up blocking her because she confronted him. And then I said, you know what, let me try to talk to him a second time. So in my classroom, he came to me and we spoke, and I told him everything from A to Z. The boss just said it to me out of thin air. Yes, I had the information. Did I think she was taking it seriously? No, I thought she was just playing, because that's just how she is. She just says things out of the blue like that. And she said, no, don't worry. It's chill. You know what? It's okay. I had a lot of respect for you and how you did this to me. And I said, I did nothing to you. There was no conspiracy going on. He already made some type of conspiracy theory in his head that myself, the boss, and the manager was trying to replace him, which was not true, which we did not come up with any type of plan, no blueprint, nothing to replace you. It's just something she said to me in a casual, joking way. I didn't want to hear it. Just he already made up the story in his head for what he needs to fit his agenda. And this video is almost 12 minutes. This is going to be a long video. But it gets juicy. Let me just keep continuing, because I don't know who to vet to in China. I don't have my family. It's just me. So I need YouTube. You guys can give an opinion, and I totally accept the opinion. So his narrative, his agenda is, when he came to work at my place of employment, he's always been in problems, from what I heard. Always threatening to leave, always saying things not fair. You know, he's a black man from Africa. I'm black too. I'm only from America. And he was always like, oh, they are against me because I'm black and it's the color of my skin. No one likes me. Yada, 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 yada. He always had an agenda of, I want to leave, I want to leave, I want to go. He even told me, like, my second month being that, hey, I'm leaving in October, and this was like in July. I'm leaving in October. You know, all this stuff happens. I feel like it's not equal. It's not this and that. And I listened to him. I open my ears. I listen to him, listen to what he has to say. But him having this tug of war with my boss about leaving and staying and leaving and staying has been going on even before I even went there to work. So it's always been, okay, Sam, yeah, Sam is leaving. Yeah, he told me he's leaving. He's going to go to work at a high school or go teach adults or go open a business or go back to wherever he wants to go or wherever he wants to do. He's been telling the Chinese teachers that, hey, I'm going to leave, 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 I'm leaving, I'm leaving, I'm leaving. Always. Okay. So I think what happened is, with this miscommunication with, you guys are trying to conspire against me, or you and the boss and something like that. This narrative that he created that we supposedly conspired against him, it's a story that he made up to fit his agenda, because he was going to leave anyway. So now this gives him much more of a cause, much more of a push for him to say, you know what, I'm leaving because of this. But it's something that he totally made up. And I try to see it from his point of view, saying, yeah, maybe, if I felt like, if I heard that I was going to be replaced by another teacher, okay, I understand the hurt, I understand the pain, I really do. But it never was like that. It's just some information I had. My boss just blurted it out to me. And I had that information because I didn't think it was serious, because she didn't say it in a casual way. And I, just apologized to him so many times and say, hey, you know what, maybe I should have, told you when she told me this. But to be honest and truthfully, I didn't take it serious when she said that to me. I just thought it was just, oh my God, excuse the noise of doing construction. I just told myself, I think she's joking about it. But if she was honestly, seriously, like said this, like, we need to get him out now, help me, I would have probably told him, because I think that's the right thing to do. But I didn't take it serious because she was joking about it and laughing. And but he still thinks in his head that we conspired against him and we were trying to get him out, which that never was the case. But he's always been trying to leave since before I even came to work at this place of employment. It's always been, I'm leaving, I'm tired, I'm leaving. So he tries to now find his next reason for leaving, and now it's me. He blames me and blames the boss because he thinks we conspired against him, even though I try to explain to him twice that's not the truth. He's still rolling with it. So that's why I try to come to YouTube to get some advice for what I should do, because I'm a person where I'm very nice, I'm very open, my heart is very open. I always leave my shoulder for people to cry on. I'm a very nice person. But even in this situation, that didn't help me. I tried to be nice, I tried to talk, I spoke to him rationally, I spoke to him calmly, because for this type of person, Sam, he is very sensitive, he's very emotional. Anything can set him off, like at a drop of a dime. He's like from 1 to 100. And I just spoke to him calmly and peacefully. And I even said, hey, I'm sorry that this happened. Looking back, maybe I should have told you. He didn't want to hear nothing. So that's why I came to YouTube to try to see if I can get some advice for this, because I don't have anyone in China. I'm just by myself. All my family is in America. It's just me. So even though I can speak with my coworkers, I'd rather not, because I don't want to end up making more gossip, more drama. So that's why I want to come to YouTube to ask you guys, what should I do? He has deleted me off of WeChat, which is like the Chinese version of Chinese version of like WhatsApp. Deleted me off of WeChat. He left the group where we communicate with our other coworkers, and they're like, you should talk to him. I said, for what? He's the one that's like not wanting to talk. I spoke to him already, but it's not that he doesn't want to talk. It's just he doesn't want to accept the truth that I'm telling him, because he's already made up his own narrative in his head. So what do? I'm a person where I'm willing to reach out and talk or whatever, but not if he's going to act irate, act hostile, act immature, not be willing just to open his ears and listen. And he's a person where he's unable to do those things. And I just don't know what to do. I mean, he's not my friend, but he's just a person at work where everyone just ostracizes him because of his actions. He's a person where, like I said, he's unpredictable, he's irrational, he's irate. He's unreasonable, he's uncooperative. And I just don't know what to do. So can you guys help me? Should I just drop it? Should I just maybe try to speak to him again? Should I give it some time? Because this happened like 2 weeks ago. Should I give it some time, or should I, what do I do? Because at work, it's very awkward. I mean, he's leaving anyways. He said he's going to leave at the end of May. But even if he's leaving, I still want to try to fix it and come up to some type of resolution, some type of solution of how can I let him see that, hey, this is nothing against you. There was no conspiracy to get you out, get you fired. It just was something the boss said to me. Speaking of which, the boss never took accountability for it, because when Sam spoke to my boss, she said, oh, I didn't say that. I said, what? I think she probably forgot, or she just trying to save her ass, because I said, yes, she did say it, but she's not taking responsibility for it. And I think if she did, everything would be fixed, but she chooses not to. So I'm just counting her out of the equation, just trying to see how I can fix this myself. because dealing with a person like this is honestly, I never had to go through something like this in my life where I'm trying to be nice and be cooperative and trying to hear both sides, but he's unwilling to listen because he has the made up story in his mind. Hey, this is what happened. This is what I want to believe. This is what fits my agenda and my narrative, and this is what I'm rolling with, and this is how it's gonna be. So it just puts me in an awkward situation because at work, I still try to be cordial, say, hey, Sam, how are you? I still try to be cordial and be nice, but it's getting to a point where I don't want to end up being that way. I just want to just talk about it and just solve it and let it go, but it's difficult, I'm not a person where I like drama. I like everyone to get along. I want everyone to be nice to everyone and just have a comfortable working environment. But I've tried, and my manager is like, you should speak to Sam. I said, I spoke to him twice. What do you want me to do? I spoke to him 2 times already. He doesn't want to listen. I know one thing he said to me that kind of like really made me look at him differently when he was like, oh, Devin, it's about respect, and I respected you, and you did this to me. I said, I did nothing to you, because it just was something my boss said. And you talk about respect. You don't know the word respect, because you know how many times you complained about a class, whether it's an activity class or it's a demo class. You have complained, and the manager gave it to me. Or you had some type of quarrel with one of the Chinese teachers during class, and you say, oh no, I'm not teaching this class anymore, and the manager gave it to me, and you never came to me and said, hey, Devin, you know what happened, I'm sorry about this, I'm sorry things went this way, it's unfortunate, but I just can't do this class. I want to thank you for taking it from me, and I appreciate it. Thank you. Never, ever did he ever speak to me about anything like that. And he wants to talk about respect. That's the funny part. And he will walk around work, looking me dead in my eye and say nothing to me. Like, hey, Devin, I'm sorry about, this class. I'm sorry they gave it to you. Knowing how hectic my schedule became because of him. Like nearly dead on a Saturday, because we worked Saturdays. I like over 6 teaching hours, 12-hour days. And it really was because of him not wanting to do a class. And he never came to me and said, hey, Devin, I appreciate it. Thank you. Like he always says, hey, we're Black, we're brothers, gotta stand up for each other. He never once came to me and said, hey, you know what? Thank you. I respect you for that, for taking my classes. Never, ever. And he talks about respect, which is weird. Very weird. What else was I gonna say? And I'm a person where even though I wasn't too crazy about him at work, I still try to respect him because I've heard so many things about him from other foreigners here. Many different foreigners. I heard the same things. I don't want to say them, but just for example, I heard that he was he partied a lot. I heard that he was a drinker a lot. I heard that he nearly forced his way in to a girl's apartment when he was drunk. I heard that he's from Zimbabwe, but he's lying, saying he's from South Africa. I heard that he's not on a valid work visa. I heard all of these things, but I never confronted him on it because I was like, no, that can't be Sam. Can't be him. Because it doesn't seem like him. I never once said nothing to him about any of those things that I heard from multiple people because I try to respect him. And I said, that can't be him. But with one incident, which was not true, he thinks I'm a bad person, conspire against me to get me fired. I said, we never conspired. There wasn't anything like that. But that's the story that he's rolling with. Okay? It's really weird to be in this situation, especially when you're trying to do the right thing and you have one person who is like this. You know, even a perfect example. Last week Wednesday when we had work, that was the second time I spoke to him, and we spoke, and he wasn't he didn't want to accept anything. He already had the narrative in his head what he needed to fuel his agenda for leaving. And he just left. I'm going home. I'm going home. Oh, you can't leave. The manager's like, you can't leave. You have class. I don't care. I don't care. I'm going to my family. Oh, F this. He left. Because he has a class like in an hour and 30 minutes. Hey, Devin, can you do a class? I'm like, so he left. He did this again. He left again. And now I have to do his class. And now his demo's canceled. And that's okay. You see, the problem is this manager at my job, she doesn't have a backbone. She let this teacher, Sam, do what he wants, do as he pleases. He can get angry one day at someone at work, not come to work the next day, give no notice, leave in the middle of a work day while someone else has to do his classes. Having disputes during class, making the classroom environment, uncomfortable for the kids. I had an argument with this person. I'm just not gonna come to work. He's done it many times, and the manager has never said no. You're not doing this. You're gonna get a consequence, whether it's money out of your pay, whether it's this or that. You're gonna get punished. She has never punished him. They are literally dead ass afraid of him. He makes all the decisions for himself without consulting the manager. The manager is obsolete. She just warming the chair because she does nothing. My boss does nothing. They're all afraid of him. Okay? So I don't want to say too much. Just want to give you guys a story. Like, am I wrong? Is he wrong? Is my boss wrong? Like, what should I do to make this situation better? Because at this point, I just want the tension from the workplace to be gone. Even though he's leaving, the time that he's here, I still want to have some closure. I want some peace. But how do I do it? And I hope, this video is almost 30 minutes. But I just want to thank you guys for listening, and leave your comments down below, and I will make sure I can get back to them. Because I am busy. I work Wednesday to Sunday. I'll make sure I can get back to them. But leave your honest opinion. Am I wrong? Should I have spoken to him? Is he right for how he reacted? Is my boss wrong for not taking ownership for what she said? It's just leave your comments and help me, please. Hey, bye.